Hey, this is Catherine, owner of Phantom Designs on Instagram. Today we're going to be looking at how to create a dispersion style like this one. First, what I did was just take a blank square background and fill it with a yellow color, like this. And I found a Kobe PNG online, and I'll put the link to it in the description. And I'm just going to drag and drop it onto my background. Hold down the Shift key to resize. Put it where I want it, and hit the check. Then I'm going to duplicate this layer by clicking Command J or Control J if you're on a Windows, and then rasterizing this layer, and then going to Filter, Liquify, and we're going to take a big brush, and I'm making it bigger by holding down Control Option and just moving my mouse outward to make a bigger or smaller brush. And so I want a big one for this tutorial, and we're going to move out everything, and it's going to look really big, maybe a little weird, but that's okay. We're clicking from the end and dragging out. We're going to make them look as big as we want the splatter to go, which is going to be pretty big, and we can always not put some of it on there. Alright, once I have what I like, click OK. Put this layer underneath the first one, and put a layer mask on this one. And so since white is the visible layer, we want to paint in what we want rather than what we don't want. So we're going to fill this with a black. So edit, fill, black. Okay. We're going to take our brush tool, select some paintbrush textures, and again, these brushes are going to be in the description. Okay, and again, I can hold down Control Option and just make it smaller like that. And make sure my color's on white. Just paint in what you like. Change up the brush a little bit. Again, this is the creative part, and you can just do it however you'd like. Do some over here. And if it's too much like that was, you can just take it away by going Command Z or undo. Okay, and to take away from him, so it looks like he's dispersing, we want to create a layer mask on him. And again, have your paintbrush tool and set your color to black. Make sure your layer mask is active right here. It'll have a white box around it. And start clicking just around the edges. Maybe change up the brush. Just to get a nice paint splatter look, dispersion. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead to get the final product. Okay, the next thing we want to do is make him black and white. To do that, we're going to duplicate this layer that's not stretched out. See, this is the stretched out layer. This is the not stretched out layer. Command J, copy the layer. And we're going to set the bottom one to black and white. So to do that, you go to Image Adjustments. Well, first you got to rasterize it. Then go to Image Adjustments, black and white. Okay. And I know you can't see it, but you're going to go into your layer mask and just a regular round brush. And scale that down. And you're going to paint in what you want to be black and white. So I'm just going to paint in his skin right here, wherever you want it. You know, you can get in there and get the fine details, but I'm just going to do the majority right now. And I'm going to skip ahead so you don't have to watch me do this. But just go around all of the details on his skin to get it how you like it. Next is the text. I use the font Ostrich Sands. You can really use any skinny font you want. And I put it at a good 72 point font, color black. I'm just going to type the Black Mamba. I'm putting Mamba on a separate line because I want it a different size. I also have this on bold because I think it looks better. Okay, and I'm just going to size it how I want it. And I'm going to type Mamba next. Again, size that to liking. Holding down the Shift key to keep it even. And I want to center these two, so I'm going to take my Move tool, select both of these layers, Mamba and the black, and go like that, just to make the centers line up. And I notice the spacing is a little far apart, so I'm going to adjust that. Maybe move this up a little bit. Okay, and to get the Mamba part sliced in half, I'm going to Command J, rasterize this, both layers, and take my polygonal lasso tool and just make my line where I want it to go. Select the top layer, Command J. You can go ahead and delete this down here. And to get this part that we just selected deleted from down here, we hit Command and then just click this thumbnail right here, and it'll select what I have selected there, and so I can delete that from this. So you just hit the delete key, and as you can see, if I hit Command D, deselect, it's removed it from down there. So if I turn that back on, I can just take my Move tool and move it down and over a few. It looks like it's been cut. If that's a little bit too much, I can just move it back over a little bit. Okay, and finally I put my watermark on there. And it's done. Thank you everyone for 8K. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe.